waiting to see if it can. Greetings, denizens of the internet. You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome to my 23rd riveting Monster Sanctuary stream. In the last episode, I failed against the final boss again, so I've decided to break up the monotony. I'm going to do something a bit different. Instead of trying to fight the boss, in this stream, I'm going to do some side quests, and also Backset is back.
I'm back!
And it's about time, and I'm stronger than ever, or other references that follow it's about time. Or I'm back, sorry. Specifically, if you're wondering, in the opening cutscene of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, Ripto says, "I'm back, and I'm stronger than ever." And he's back, and it's about time was the tagline for the Doctor Who TV movie, the one with the 8th Doctor, and where he says he's half human. Honestly, I kind of like the Doctor Who movie because it's just sort of like, if you like interpret it, if I like interpret it in a metafictional sort of way, because like I can read it, I can imagine if I like interpret it as like a British man gets trapped in what was popular on American television in the 90s, because it's got bits and pieces of everything. Like, his companion for the movie is a nurse because ER was really popular at the time. And they do kissing because that's what every soap opera drama thing show did. And also the Doctor says he's half human, just like Spock from Star Trek, and The Next Generation was airing at that time, although I don't know if Spock is in it because I saw the first few minutes of the first episode and then I got bored. Like, I've heard that like it gets good later, it's famous for that, but the thing is I don't actually know, if I don't want to jump on in the middle and get really confused, but I also don't really have the intention to ban for 45-minute episodes, especially something that's quite old and slow-paced. Some kids these days have short attention spans, I know.
No, I get you. I could never get into Star Trek.
But I like hearing people talk about it. It's definitely got very in-depth lore.
Yeah, Star Trek it's definitely one of those things where it's like, it's interesting to listen to people talk about, but I can't make myself watch it. It's telling that the only Star Trek show I've ever really been able to like sit through is Prodigy, the animated one on Netflix.
Okay.
And that's the least Star Trek-y Star Trek show, so...
Like, I haven't seen either, but it kind of like the vibes of it kind of remind me of Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous, because it's like it's part of a franchise that's not really targeted to kids, but it's not really appropriate for them either, but that particular, it's a CGI series that's aiming kids from a franchise that normally aims older. This is just purely going off vibes, though. And there's also Lower Decks, which looks like Family Guy. Like, I don't mean that as an insult, I just mean it as a genuine neutral statement. Like, a lot of adult cartoons are just comedies which have the characters, like, with big googly eyes, and they're always at a 3/4 angle. Also, I got a troll egg.
I mean, I'd argue that it looks more like Rick and Morty, but...
Fair enough,
I mean, there is a difference.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it is sci-fi.
But, like, yeah, that is the vibe it's going for.
Any ideas for the troll's name?
Because singing killed my grandma. I'm sorry. I've never seen Trolls. I've never seen that movie.
Well, I haven't seen it either,
I got
but
nothing.
I know, I'm going to name it Branch after the grey one.
Yeah, I didn't remember his name, because I was like, oh, so it's just that, but I forgot his name. But I did remember the meme.
Sometimes...
The singing killed his grandma.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't know that meme. But honestly, like, I remember I used to get I can't stop the feeling stuck in my head because I heard it in context outside of the movie. Like, I think it's, like, in this place I go sometimes, they had it on a Dance Dance Revolution machine. Anyway, wait. I was going to fight a champion battle, but now I'm starting to wonder if I've actually already fought the champion. Oh, I have. It's just, I didn't go to the bottom of the pit, so... Oh well, at least I've filled in more of the map, but what other champion monsters could I go off and fight now? I keep forgetting I can't teleport anywhere. I'm too used to, like, I've been playing a lot of Amber Isle recently, where you can just fast travel or teleport, whatever you want to call it, from just the map screen. You don't have to go to a specific place. Amber Isle is basically Animal Crossing with more dinosaurs and without the prehistoric element. Well, not without the prehistoric element. What am I talking about? Actually, I think I've already fought the...
Yeah, the dinosaur game has no dinosaurs.
With more prehistoric... And also you're a shopkeeper and there's less randomization. And I've also fought the Draco's All Champion as well, so I shouldn't really be here either, but... I guess it's time for me to finally do something about the blob blocks then, because I haven't done that in this... Definitely haven't done this in this stream yet, because... Well, I haven't unlocked... Don't see the thing that they unlock. I am very forgetful, and as I said, I don't actually rewatch my streams because I just can't be bothered because they're quite long. Oh, I didn't notice this side. I missed this side room before. Got a skill potion. Not sure to use it on.
Right.
This is the place where I accidentally sequence broke. We got the Children of the Corn, which is a Stephen King novel, I think. I don't know. I haven't really read anything by Stephen King. I'm just not.
I know it's a horror movie.
I know. I'm not really into horror. Like, oh, I didn't see what was in that.
Neither am I.
I mean, I know
Children of the Corn is
horror, like...
an American film series that began with Children of the Corn, released in 1984 by New World Pictures.
Like, I know the Shawshank Redemption, aka Hope Springs Eternal, isn't horror.
No, it's a prison movie.
Oh, I already unlocked one of the blob blocks, but there's still one more, and I know exactly where it is. I'm just going to use it.
But no, Children of the Corn is not a Stephen King novel. It's a horror film series with like...
Oh, it just sounded like the kind of thing Stephen King would write. Because I'm uncultured.
Oh wow, they did a reboot back in 2023. Well, actually, it was back in 2020, but they only released that one in Florida, apparently. That's weird.
That's very specific. Was there a film festival in Florida or something?
Probably.
I don't really know much about Florida. All I know is that it has alligators, and you can keep any invasive species as pets if you just take them out of the wild, which seems pretty dangerous, considering a lot of those invasive species are like pythons that can eat a person. Well, at least they're probably big enough to eat a person. I'm not actually sure. Can Burmese pythons eat a person? I don't know, but they're still pretty big. Anyway, and also a lot of venomous things, I think.
Yeah, there's the Sarasota Film Festival, which is held in Sarasota, Florida.
Oh, never heard of it.
It has its own Wikipedia page, so I have to assume that it's kind of important.
As I said, I'm uncultured. I hardly even watch live-action movies. Like, I think the last one I watched was, like, Sonic 2, and that wasn't in cinemas, that was on DVD, but still. Was it on... No, it was on Blu-ray,
I haven't watched a movie in
actually.
theaters in years.
Or was it the other way around? No, I had the original, I had it on DVD. I don't. Discs.
Wait, what am I saying? I haven't watched a movie in theaters in years. The
last one I watched was Inside Out 2.
I watched a movie in theaters recently.
Yeah. I watched Inside Out 2 in cinemas earlier this year.
Yeah, the last movie I saw in theaters was...
Oh, this one was already activated? Oh, where's the third one then? Oh gosh, I'm forgetful, aren't I? Oh, it's in the Sun Palace. It's called the Sun Temple. No, it's kind of... It always reminded me of when people would get the names of dungeons in Zelda wrong. Like, I saw people call the Tower of Spirits from Spirit Tracks the Spirit Temple, and it really annoyed me. That's a separate dungeon from Ocarina of Time, which doesn't look or function anything like it. And it's also where I rage quit the first time I played it. Ocarina of Time.
Okay, the last movie I saw in theaters was Across the Spider-Verse back in 2023, so like last year. What am I talking about? I've seen movies recently.
The original, not Into the Spider-Verse. Not even though I'm not really that interested in superheroes, just because everyone was saying it was the most amazingest animated thing ever. And yeah, I do like the art style. I don't really remember much about it, unfortunately. I honestly don't really have much of an opinion on it because I only saw it once and it was quite a while ago.
It's really good. I like it, but I like movies, but also like it is also the most incredibly animated film of all time. So It's like I'm glad that I'm glad I'm glad that we. On one hand, it's like, I'm glad that we're finally decided to move on from trying to mimic every Disney/Pixar movie's animation style, but like, I'm not sure if we're taking the right lessons here. By like not like now it's like, is everything just trying to mimic Spider-Verse now? Is like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Are we?
Me of how like all the Pixar movies just have really cartoony characters in really realistic backgrounds. Like the most famous for this is The Good Dinosaur, but Toy Story 4 has it to an extent. Even Cars 2, which I kind of find uncanny for that reason. But like, I like it when animated films are a bit more stylized, even when they're in CGI. Like, I remember years ago having some sort of like my Kirby's Dream Land 3 Let's Play, having some half-baked ramble about how I really like the CGI cutscenes in Kirby Triple Deluxe and wish that more movies looked like that.
They should honestly, they should make movies in. I don't know, maybe I don't know anything about making movies, because I don't really. Like, I know about the writing process and that's it. I don't know anything about animation, but like, video game cutscenes always look so much better than like movies, animated movies. Like, they should start making.
I guess it's because like
they should start making like movies in game engines.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of movies do have, like, with a lot of CGI in them, have their pre-visualization, which is where they basically determine how everything will move, but the models aren't finished yet. Done in Unreal Engine, so that's kind of close, I guess.
I don't know. It's like I always see. It's why movies based on games can be disappointing sometimes, because the games look better than them.
Honestly, here it kind of makes my problem with the first live-action Sonic movie is that it just felt like it had the bare minimum amount of Sonic in it, either because they just took a generic buddy road trip movie script and slapped a recognisable brand on it, or because the corporate suits thought that like adults would feel embarrassed to watch it if it didn't have some relatable family drama or whatever. The second movie I've liked more because it actually feels like a Sonic movie. It's got the Chaos Emeralds, it's got more canon Sonic characters, and more screen time for.
I mean, to be fair, like, I don't think the first Sonic game had half of that stuff.
Yeah, I know, but like, yeah, I know, but.
So it's kind of like.
Yeah, but then Knuckles wasn't in Sonic 2.
I'm being charitable.
The game.
But like, I think that I think the whole idea was to make it accessible.
Yeah.
Because if you just like the large majority of the movie's audience is not going to be Sonic fans. It's going to be the average film goer. They wanted to attract the average film goer.
Yeah.
And the average film goer doesn't understand Sonic lore.
Yeah. Like, obviously I'm not expecting them to just have like Shadow's entire backstory in the first movie, because that's probably the most complicated thing in the Sonic lore I know of. It just feels like it doesn't. Its Sonic movie has a surprising.
I mean, also Shadow's entire backstory is like dependent on stuff set up in previous games, so they'd have to.
I mean, he's
like,
in the
Shadow is not a
movie,
first movie villain.
Yeah.
Or I guess he's not a villain anymore.
Character.
I bought the new Sonic game recently.
I haven't played
like
it.
yesterday.
But it's also kind of like, well, even though, like, the Mario movie, I was kind of surprised that they actually get the backstory of Mario originally being from Brooklyn, because I thought they abandoned that a long time ago, like, in the 90s, but.
I mean, they did,
I can
but
them for
Illumination and the writers are their own people who can draw from whatever Mario lore they want.
I was just, like, worried that, like, wondering, like, oh, I thought Nintendo might not allow them to do that. I discussed it in my discussion of the Mario movie. But anyway, at least they stuck to their guns and made it animated, because I don't want to know what a live-action Mario... well, Alex, you do know what a live-action Mario movie looks like.
We do know what a live-action Mario movie looks like. We've seen it.
Mm-hmm. But it's very... I didn't see what was in that either, because... Anyway,
I mean, I've never seen it because it's not on anything.
Anyway, we're in Blobberg. This place is actually hinted at in the description for the generic blob, it says there might be a secret underground realm inhabited by blobs or something to that effect, and it turns out that's true, and the rainbow blob is one of 2 monsters exclusive to the area. We'll meet the other one later.
Blob. I hope they give a lot of XP.
I don't actually know. It doesn't seem like the monsters, there's really any difference between the amount of experience monsters give you. Oops.
Well, they're higher level, so I assume they give more XP than lower level monsters. And it's like, they're rainbow, and like, rainbow enemies are always like, oh, it's the super special enemy that gives like extra gold or something. It's like how, well, Blissey is like an HP sponge, but it also gives so much, XP.
Okay, also there's one of this kind of this series of books called How My Body Works, where they use cartoon characters to represent various body parts, and the red blood cells are represented by these red people that carry a lot of bubbles on their back. I think it's got something to do with this French thing called like Once Upon a Time, but in French. I'm not really sure if they're connected or not.
Yeah, yes, my favorite book, Once Upon a Time, but in French. That's my favorite anime.
Actually, it did have an animated series. I remember reading about it on TV Tropes. Oh gosh, I seem to be very reckless of a place game and don't normally notice monsters' HP dropping until my monster's HP dropping until it's too late. Yay. Anyway, finally beat that one, and I got a lava blob egg. I don't remember if I've actually gotten a lava blob. I have. Unfortunately, don't have a rainbow blob yet. Rain blob. Of course, in Slime Rancher, rainbow blobs are bad. Or no, they're called slime blobs. What am I on about? Also, you may have noticed that at the top there, the map shows that there's a path, but we can't see it yet, and we can't break through there with Crush. So, how are we supposed to get there? Well, you'll see. And we can't go to the right either.
How many blobs?
Oh, and there's the other new monster.
Those blobs go off like...
The blobs sound like what?
Ooh, a changeling. The blobs on the ceiling, like, they give off the vibes that they're breakable.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
They're not. This isn't Breakout.
They're not? Yeah. I don't know, they look like the kind of thing where it's like, there's a special ability that you can unlock at the end of this that lets you break the blobs.
I honestly kind of, if you're talking about the pink circles, honestly, now you're starting to remind me of Kirby's Block Ball, which has breakable, these blocks that if you hit them a certain number of times they break, and it reminds me of those now. I haven't played it in a long time.
Ah. Huh.
Oh, we've got 3 viewers now. Oh gosh, I sound a bit hoarse. Probably from all the talking.
Yes, talking does that to a person. hungry, but I don't have anything in the house. It's like Sundays, and nobody's gone grocery shopping yet. And I can't go and get anything because I can't drive.
Let me guess, you live in a typical American suburbia where nothing's in walking distance and it's just rows of identical looking houses.
No, I live in the middle of nowhere.
Close enough. Okay, that
Really
was an
not.
attempt to be funny.
This could not be different. This could not be any different from. This could not be more different from an American suburbia.
Sorry,
I think I would die if I lived in American suburbia.
Honestly,
Okay, that's not true. I used to, but I don't anymore.
And that's why you're still alive.
I'm still alive. I mean, okay, at the time I was like a really little kid, so I was fine. But I think with how I've developed as a person, I don't think I could really survive an American suburbia.
Yeah. And like I've seen all these videos, I used to watch a lot of videos from several YouTubers about city planning, and there's this one called Not Just Bikes. He keeps going on about how nothing in American towns is in walking distance, and anyway, opening that treasure chest, open this path. Honestly, I've got to wonder what Berg is made of.
Not Just Bikes is like kind of a bad person. I don't remember what he did, but he just sucks.
Oh.
Or it's either he sucks or he just doesn't know what he's talking about. I can't remember. One of the two. I just know he's, not necessarily the best person to listen to because he doesn't really know what he's talking about.
If anyone could clarify, please let me know.
I could also just be repeating false information. I don't know.
Fake news.
Fake news. Oh my god. Fake news. Brah. I wanted to. There was a time in which I wanted to be a reporter for like 5 minutes.
I remember when I wanted to be a journalist and I never went anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, both of us at least are still technically going into writing-based careers.
Yeah. Well,
So we're not entirely lost.
Well, I'm not really pursuing becoming a journalist anymore. I haven't for a long time.
Yeah.
A teenager.
Yeah, but still going into a writing-based career.
We got a rainbow blob, and I got my first level 42 monster, which is the level cap.
Woohoo! Maybe we can finally beat them. Maybe we can finally beat the final boss now. That's a really low level cap. It's also the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Duh. Although I doubt it was an intentional reference because I don't really see any other Hitchhiker's references in this. I tried reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first one, and honestly I just kind of couldn't really get through it, and that's because it just seemed a bit too sad to be funny. Like, it has Arthur Dent mourning how the Earth was destroyed, which obviously I know how you have to do that for the purposes of the story, but it just feels like this was supposed to be a comedy book, and I'm just feeling sad reading this. Have I talked about this before? I probably have.
Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember.
I repeat myself.
My memory is bad too sometimes.
I'm secretly Dory from Finding Nemo, didn't you know? And none of these guys know any attacks that could apply buffs to the party. Oh well. Also, just realised there aren't any moves in this game that do nothing but apply debuffs to the opponents. It's either a secondary effect or a passive effect, and I really should have put one of my healers on here. I'm gonna leave.
I never use debuff moves anyways because I'm that guy. I'm one of those guys. It's like, damage or bust.
I used to be like that when I played Pokemon as a kid. I mean, it's still am kind of that with single player, but...
I'm still like that. I hoard healing items because I don't use them. It's like... That's the turn I could be using to attack.
Yeah. Yeah, the level scaling in this game is a bit weird, and that's probably why I'm having so much trouble all of a sudden.
Oh, fucking glasses and headphones do not mix.
Oh, I'm wearing glasses and headphones.
Yeah, it hurts.
I mean, I suppose it does make the.
They should invent headphones that don't hurt. I can't believe the makers of headphones discriminate against glasses wearers.
I mean, I'm sure someone's invented glasses-friendly headphones. I mean, there's also earphones, but those make my ears itch, so I don't use them.
Man, it's weird. I'm not complaining, but it's kind of surreal to think that, like, there was a time in which, like, wearing glasses was something you were made fun of for. Like, what was up with that?
Oh yeah, actually that was quite a relatively recent thing, because I vaguely remember, isn't it like a common trope in like cheesy 90s American high school movies where people call someone...
Yeah, that was a really recent thing. Yeah. I don't know what the deal with that was.
Because nowadays people with glasses who wear glasses aren't seen as disabled because something social model of disability.
Yeah, no.
It's a bit of a complicated subject.
The social model of disability sucks.
I can't really bring up on the top of my head, but you can look it up if anyone's interested. But basically, it seems to be the idea that disabled people, basically, the reason why disabled people struggle so much is because society isn't built for them. Which I honestly
yes, that is exactly why. That's
like,
the exact reason why disabled people struggle so much.
True, like obviously, obviously more companies should have like wheelchair accessibility, but at the same time, like, there's not really much society as a whole can do about, say, chronic pain, but I don't have chronic pain, so what do I know? Oh, I got a changeling egg. Oh, I haven't hatched a rainbow blob. Changeling's a bit interesting because it only knows neutral attacks, but specialises in critical hits. It's got it can imitate other attacks. Rainbow blob might be interesting. It learns all 4 elements, but not neutral. Also, I just realised that like there's something kind of interesting about the way the blobs shift passives work. Those are the extra passive abilities they get when they're shifted, obviously. But I'll get into that in a bit. Honestly, I might end up using Rainbow Blob because it will probably synergise well with the Casey. And we've opened another path.
Opening paths upon paths upon paths.
Just realised I actually made a mistake earlier. There aren't 2 monsters exclusive to this area. There's like 4, but 2, they're just the Rainbow Blob and the Changeling are the most common ones. What are the others? We'll get to them soon. And now the blobs are a different colour, and finally we get the teleport stone or gem or whatever it's called. It kind of reminds me of like something that annoyed me about Amphibia is that they're inconsistent about if the mystical doodads are called the Calamity Gems or Calamity Stones. Honestly, I think gems sounds cooler because stones.
Things can have multiple names.
Yeah. I just think that calling them the gems.
Most things have
cooler,
multiple names.
They use stones more often, so. Oh, and also the changeling drops some rare items if you, or has a chance to drop some rare items when you defeat it, so that's cool. Honestly, I'm not really using the Darnation much, so I might replace it with something else, like maybe the Rainbow Blob. Oh, he's tired.
God.
I'm a bit tired too.
Yawning noises. I'm always tired. I'm a college student.
And I'm always tired because I live in the UK and I don't get enough sunlight. Oh gosh, I just realised like in Darnation's bio it says it's like coats its claws with explosive chemicals or something, and it just reminds me of this one monster hunter monster that's like a wyvern, I think, because everything that's noteworthy is a wyvern, that like uses volcanic basically uses explosive powder, and I remember it had a really hard boss fight in Monster Hunter Stories where basically it was an insta-kill timer. This is taking forever. What did you say?
I coughed.
Oh.
So I said nothing. I spoke only sickness.
I haven't been feeling ill lately. Okay, with one enemy down, it's something much easier because I feel like I'm not spreading my taxes thinly.
Spreading your taxes thinly.
No, spreading my attacks as thinly. I can focus on one.
Oh, I thought you said spreading your taxes, and I was very confused.
Indigo evades her
Ah,
taxes.
yes.
More at 11. I don't. Joke's on you, I don't.
But you're Indigo evades her taxes.
Joke's on you, I don't have pay taxes because I'm unemployed. And I'm still trying to get a job. But I don't really want to start oversharing. Anyway, I'd like to give one of these guys the cookie mushroom, but I'm not really sure who I should give it to.
What to do?
It increases damage, shielding, and shielding of this monster by 3%. Did I say
I
shielding
see.
instead of healing?
Yes, you did.
Talking is hard.
Talking is hard.
It's another block we can't do anything with yet. I might have come across these before in series, I honestly can't remember. I keep wanting to call this a Let's Play, no it's not. I suppose streams are the evolution of Let's Plays. A lot of people who used to be Let's Players are just streamers now, like Proton John, I think.
I mean, is this really any different from a Let's Play? It's just live.
Yeah, and I don't have to, so that means I can't...
A Let's Play is just... A Let's Play is just when you play video games on video. Right? I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah, I bet people don't normally call their streams Let's Play, so it's really more of a semantic... No, not semantic, that's not what semantic means.
I mean, I think it is a matter of semantics. They're the same thing.
It's a vibe. Or maybe all streams are Let's Plays, but not all Let's Plays are streams.
I mean, not all streams are Let's Plays either. Some streams are like...
Or art streams. Or video game streams
people
are
exercising or
Let's Plays.
something.
And we got another earthquake.
Now, what's the deal with that? Why do people watch... I don't understand. Why do people watch... Why do people watch other people exercise? What's the deal with that?
Never heard of the exercise streams, so I can't help you.
Some
But I've
people
heard
do
of
that.
art
I don't know
streams.
what's up with that.
Oh, but I just remembered the Changeling has and Rainbow Blob both have an Explorer ability that will help us reach hidden areas we weren't able to get to before. But I'll get to that later.
Secret.
Because we haven't had the use for it right now, and also I forgot. Oh, we've gone awkwardly silent all of a sudden. I'm just gonna turn my light on in my room because so if you heard anything weird, that was me getting up. This is getting dark now. Oh, I just realised the reason why it's taking so long to do any damage is because all my monsters have weakness, which is the downwards arrow debuff.
Might want to do something about that.
Yeah, that's why I use the mass restore or whatever it's called, because it removes one debuff each. Oh, this one removes 6 debuffs, but I thought it was. I didn't realise it was single target until literally just as I hit the button. Honestly, this battle's been going on for so long, it's getting boring, but at least I've got the upper hand now. Honestly, I just associate the phrase upper hand with the this strategy guide I had as a kid for Pokemon Black and White, which I read before I played the game, so it actually spoiled everything. But anyway, it said like had an example of the type house builder team based on the type triangles, basically, and it says that the elemental monkeys have the upper hand against types that your starter are weak to. That I'm paraphrasing, obviously. Oh, so where have you gone, Backset? You've gone quiet.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Good.
I've not disappeared yet. I'm still alive.
Got a bandana, not a banana, as I misread it for a moment. And I think that's the last treasure chest that opens something, but I could be wrong. So we're going to see what's down here. Down, down, down to the bottom of the lake of acid, I guess. Actually, what's this supposed to be?
The acid lake.
Oh, and actually now is a good opportunity to show this new skill. So, the Changeling has Morph Ball and the Rainbow Blob, this is so annoying to navigate, has Blob form, but they're both functionally the same. They turn you into something small that can fit underneath gaps. Anyway,
I think this is the best power. You should just be a blob for the rest of the game.
Yeah, but then I don't have hands.
Yeah. Be a blob forever. A small price to pay.
That reminds me when I used to like daydream about a Slime Rancher mystery dungeon where it's like Slime Rancher, but all the humans who arrive on the far, far range, which is the planet it takes place on, get turned into slimes. Anyway, here's a champion blob. No, a champion monster, sorry, called King Blob. Now, this one's weak to statuses, so I'm going to have my status afflicting monsters fight it. It also resists water. So that shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'll do a big chunk already. And it's also the evolution of all of the blobs. All of them, but I'll get into that more later, even though I probably won't get the evolution item, let's be real, because I don't think I'm going to 5-star this on my first try. And also the bubbles have mysteriously turned pink. No wait, they're both pink and orange. Using magical attacks against it, but really it doesn't matter because it doesn't resist any attack type. So this is the third monster that's exclusive to this area, and we'll be able to see the fourth one soon. Right, another reason to use magic attacks is because it's got the agility, which gives it an evasion chance. Yay! Yep, I didn't 5-star it on my first go. But if I did, I would have got... I tend to keep champions, so now I should be able to get some stuff. We've got a new item. And another area is opened. So I need to head right back to the entrance. To the Blobberg, anyway. Backset, are you still here?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Have you run out of things to talk about?
Yes, I've just really run out of things to talk about. Also, I am browsing TV tropes, so I am multitasking. I'm sorry.
You could look at this game's TV tropes page, if you want.
I could actually do something that's vaguely relevant to the game. I'm gonna do that, actually.
I actually read it before I finished the game. It's a bad habit I used to have, reading TV tropes pages for work simultaneously, so I kind of, sort of, like, saw some out-of-context spoilers for this game.
Ah man, this is not the most. It's a decently okay TV tropes page. It's well filled out, but it doesn't have any moments pages, so that's sad.
Yeah, because the game story isn't very good. But actually, no, that doesn't mean it has no merit to it. Also, the game is entirely bad. I mean, maybe it's quite an obscure game, so not many people got around to it, I guess.
I mean, no, I can kind of get it. It's not a very funny game.
I mean, maybe some of the bios are funny. I haven't read it in a while. Oh, actually, yeah, there's one of them.
You gotta read through them all, and they're so long.
For either the Steam Golem or the Oculus, I can't remember which one, which says that they think that the Oculus has made they've made even smaller robots. I'm gonna have a look through them. And it's turtles all the way down or something.
Turtles all the way down.
Yay, more level ups. Wait, it's got healing skills. Oh, it's got the self-healing skills, that's all. Also, I didn't realise Polteroffen is all about charge stacks, so I don't have anything related to charge stacks on it, and there's results, and I'm going to use my last skill point on something else. Okay. I'll exploit, that sounds good. That means that attacks that the opponent is weak to have a high chance of being critical hits. Anyway, let's have a quick detour to the monster journal. Oculus. Amusingly, there is a small group of individuals who believe that the oculi have since created another type of intelligent mechanical monsters that are too small for the human eye to see. That's what I was talking about.
Hmm. They've become smart enough to self-replicate.
Oh no, I just realised that's grey goo. Well, when I see
that is
basically
grey
grey goo is when nanomachines gain the ability to make more nanomachines with no way to stop them, and then they end up consuming everything. And honestly, that reminds me of like in a lot of sci-fi, it seems like nanomachines are standing for magic because they can do basically anything, like in Solitaire Robo where nanomachines can grant wishes, or like in this really weird My Little Pony fanfiction called Friendship is Optimal, which is about a My Little Pony MMO that accidentally destroys the universe. It's like it uses like at the end the AI uses nanomachines as space probes basically to turn all of the matter in the universe into a computer. It's very confusing if you don't already know a bunch of weird technical science stuff, which I didn't. And by technical science, I think it's hypothetical science. Because it's something called computronium.
Friendship is Optimal is a very strange fanfiction.
Have you read it?
I have not read it, but I have read too much TV tropes.
And, okay.
And I don't have any interest in reading it.
Yeah, I read the TV tropes page first before actually reading the fic, because I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I mean, it's got some interesting bits in
It doesn't really sound like something I'd be interested
Honestly,
in.
The whole
But it is
sequence,
very strange to read
one
about.
One of the humans playing the puzzle is just really boring. Like, I want to hear about the sci-fi stuff. It's definitely a story though where like the characters are sort of secondary to the sci-fi concept. Like some old pulp sci-fi novel. Actually, no, that's not really a good comparison. Anyway, I think we didn't get a notification for it, but I think opening that chest there unlocks another room, so let me have to do backtracking again. Let me have to do that's an amazingly formed sentence. Fragment, consider revising.
No, I think you're right with that comparison though.
What is? Yeah. What?
With the old sci-fi novel comparison, because a lot of old pulp sci-fi novels were really just like the author had an idea for a cool premise, so based the entire story around that without much care for the characters.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, wait, if I said
like the
sci-fi,
entire point of a lot of them was just to get to the twist.
Oh yeah. I just meant that like, when I said pulp sci-fi, it might make people think of like B movies or something. Also, I can't seem to find this extra room. Maybe I'm just completely lost, but it's not that important. Oh well. And so, but I'll still backtrack the old-fashioned way just in case I can find it.
Yeah. In a way, old sci-fi novels, old pulp science fiction novels are just like creepypastas in that they're entirely beholden to their premise with no real care put into the characters most of the time.
Yeah.
Which is, fair. They don't need to put effort into the characters. The characters aren't the point. Nobody reads a creepypasta for the characters.
Also kind of reminds me of like there's this My Little Pony fanfiction page where the entire like all on TV tropes. I can't remember what it's called, but all the basically most of the examples are in the spoiler folder because like all that there really is to the story is a plot twist. It's probably not very long, and since
you know what they say: no such thing as notability.
And since I can't find the room with the secret fourth monster, I'm gonna have to go back and do. I'll definitely be able to upgrade my equipment with all the stuff I've gotten. Not to mention I can buy more stuff now. Oh yeah, I've already got a better banana, so I didn't need to. better version of the guitar. Can I buy steel yet? Yes, I can. I'm gonna buy 3 silks and a sapphire. I can't buy sapphires, so... But I'll probably be able to upgrade something else. Or not. I'll buy some more steel then. So, next time in my extremely riveting Monster Sanctuary streams, I will finally be confronting the final boss. Until then, stay interesting!
Again.